Hello there, Queens of the Minds listeners. Thank you so much for your loyalty and your downloads and still sticking around with us as we get this series rolling. So far on Season 1, we have focused on just one of the many women who will be featured in the upcoming 4 seasons. And currently, we are learning about Arabella Ryan, the Queen of Confidence. And in her story, it's about to go down. Heads up, if you have an Instagram, all of our fun content is mostly posted there. Fun stories every day, memes based on the episodes. It has the same name of the podcast and it's real easy to find. When Chapter 1 is all over, we will next hear about the Queen of Revenge and the Queen of Exploitation. These women hail from Mexican Alta California and Hong Kong, and that's where their stories begin. This season holds tales of murder, persecution, racial tensions, angry mobs, human trafficking, and the birth of a now famous neighborhood in San Francisco Bay. queensoftheminds.podbean.com has links to all the goods, including our Patreon program and our research links. If you buy any book through our research links or recommended reading page, Queens of the Minds receives a percentage of the sales. Actually, a percentage of the sales of everything in your Amazon cart. Please subscribe, rate, review, and it takes one moment and it means everything in the podcast world. There is a bonus episode up and available to all the patrons from the $1 tier. If you want early access to listen to The Queen of Sorrow, a true love, murder, ghost story based in Jamestown, featuring one of our local haunts, Flo, find Queen of the Minds on Patreon. We are moving the Patreon platform to Patreon only, so if you hear this, don't sign up on the Podbean's Patreon. Please use Patreon. Stay tuned for a preview of The Queen of Sorrow. I'm Andrea Anderson, and thank you for listening, and I can't wait to see you next time on Queens of the Minds. In the summer of 1848, a party of explorers and travelers were in the foothills when Benjamin Wood, a prospector from Oregon, found gold. The creek crossing they were on became the first gold mining settlement in what would later become Tuolumne County. In the fall of 1897, the California Central Valley and the Bay Area was finally connected to the foothills of the Sierra Nevada. The Sierra Railway had arrived in Jamestown. Finally, there he was, hustling over the hill with a bouquet of poppies in his hand and the goofiest grin on his face. Her neatly fashioned updo had undone, and her long sandy hair and the pastel ribbons fell to her waist and flowed like a dream as he swung her around on the platform at the Jamestown Depot. The couple checked into the National Hotel. The 2 wooden buildings were in walking distance from the gold claims at Woods Creek. The structure has since seen gambling, prostitution, prohibition, gunslinging, and murder. She reached for the sugar, knocking it over when she heard the shot ring out. While staying at the hotel, you may feel a cold draft creep slowly across your room. Paranormal investigators have been able to document the drastic dips in temperature just before Flora makes herself known to the group. All right, the series continues October 23rd, Chapter 1, Part 3 of 4, Valcora, the Queen of Confidence. The Queen of Sorrow is now live for all patrons of the podcast. Also, we're going to be at the Hometown Hubaloo November 9th at Inner Sanctum Base Camp on your way to Columbia. I believe it's 10 to 4. Come on out and see like 75 local vendors, live music. It's going to be a really good time. And you can come and record a shout out for the show. See you there.
San Francisco Bay. I swim most every day. I'm the deepest from the Golden Gate. I'm dodging. They are always surprised that I'm there, saying it's alright. Salt water burns our eyes. I cry, it's natural. It's natural. They whisper in my ears, their undying fear. With the last breath I hear my failings. I turn out their clothes, their stories untold, and mouths full of gold. I'm profiting. And you know it's safe up above the pain to raise the bird upon the blade of time to fall Jumper hit my rolling nose. It's bleeding on forever, bro. And the sharks on patrol are gathering. I wrap my arms around the broke legs as lit bodies get swept away. The deaf ears don't hear me say, take